This lesson is going to teach you how to create a simple scoring system in Flash, which will add 1 to the score tally every time you click the right answer. Okay, so if you open lesson 7 scoreInFlash, we can get started. You'll notice first up we've got 2 layers. One of them is the actions layer, and on each of these frames here we have a stop command. F9 shows us the actions, and you'll notice stop on all 4 of those. Also in the library, if you click up here on the library, you notice right, start, and the wrong button answers. So I've made these buttons for you just to save some time. So firstly, on the first frame on the actions layer, press F9, pop that up, and now we need to tell Flash that the score starts at 0. So what we're going to do is type in score equals 0 semicolon. Okay, so now when we press OK, Flash will know that the score starts at 0. Alternatively, you could make it start at 100 or something like that, but for this lesson it'll start at 0. Okay, now we also have to put our navigation in to get to the next frame, so click on the buttons layer, then drag in the start button. Okay, and let's add some code. So on release next frame, that's what we want. I'm going to copy that because we're going to use that a few times today. Control C and close that. Alright, so let's move to the next frame. This is where we start adding the points on. So right button for the right answer, and wrong button for the wrong answer. Okay, so let's add the codes. So right answer, F9. Obviously we need our navigation, but as well we need to add a score because this is the right answer. So we type in score equals score plus 1. So you're telling Flash add 1 to the score variable. Score equals score plus 1 semicolon. Okay, within the squiggly bracket here and here. So it'll go to the next frame and plus 1. Okay, check the box. No errors, no warnings, all good. Now for the wrong answer, F9. We don't need to add anything except on release go the next frame code. Okay, because we don't want to add any points on. If we were making a quiz where if they get the wrong answer we subtract points, then we would type in score equals score negative 1 or something like that. But in this case we're not bothering with that, so just delete that. Okay, so check that off. On release next frame, no worries. Okay, so that if we get the right answer we'll plus 1. Obviously we need to do that again on the next frame, so what we can do is just copy this frame and paste it on this frame here. Okay, so now we've got this happening 2 times in a row. Now at the end here we need to have our results tally. Okay, so we're going to create a dynamic text box. Dynamic text. We can change our color from green to black, and we're going to put it here. We're going to make our size a little bit bigger. Go to size 30. Okay, now this is where our score is going to get displayed. So we have to go down here to variable and call it score. Okay, because before we set score before as our variable, so now our display box will say score. That's what it's called. You'll notice it's dynamic because of the dotted lines. And now we'll just add some classic static text up here and say your score is. And we'll just move that down there. Now, to test if it works, Control Enter. Start. Right answer, right answer. Your score is nothing. And the problem is we forgot to embed our font, this button right here. Okay, so if we go embed, then check that one, check that one, check that one, all the way down to punctuation, then press OK. This should fix our problem. Control Enter, start, right answer, our score is 2. Perfect. Let's try that again. And we'll go start, we'll get 1 wrong, 1 right, our score is 1. Okay, so our scoring system works, no problem.